During the D-Day celebration in Normandy, France, Joe Biden was pulled away from the event by his wife Jill and viewers that were asking what is going on. In the middle of the ceremony, the U.S. president was seen taken away by his wife, First Lady Jill, when at the commemoration in Normandy. So why did this happen? Jill Biden was seen pulling her husband Joe away from the D-Day commemoration in Normandy, France, and it left several social media users completely baffled. The event to honor the 80th anniversary of the Allied invasion of Nazi-occupied France. It was attended by world leaders and dignitaries. This included French President Emmanuel Macron, of course. Veterans Navy Intel officer Jack Poso wrote on X, formerly Twitter, Jill Biden just pulled Joe out of the Normandy event. Macron stayed behind with the veterans, so what is going on? Leaders from all around the world gathered at this event in Colleville-sur-Mer in France, where U.S. forces sustained substantial losses. This was June 6, 1944, to honor the largest sea invasion in the world's history. Now, as Biden and Macron walked on stage together, the French president closely guided his American counterpart, and while Macron stopped to greet other attendees, Biden seemed confused, looking left and right as if unsure of his surroundings. At one point, Mr. Macron looked over and gave Mr. Biden a thumbs up, seemingly concerned about his counterpart's state, and throughout the national anthems of both France and the United States, which played back to back, Macron kept a watchful eye on Biden, who took off his sunglasses and adopted a more composed demeanor. The Allied invasion began June 6, 1944, and led to the defeat of the Nazis at the end of the war. The assault began with Allied aircraft against German defenses in Normandy, followed by around 1,200 aircraft that carried airborne troops. And as dawn broke, Allied forces started against German coastal defenses, and shortly after that, vessels began putting troops ashore on 5 code-named beaches: Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword. And by the end of the day, nearly 160,000 Allied troops had landed in Normandy, although there were thousands of casualties. Biden reaffirmed America's commitment to the defense of Ukraine, saying in his D-Day anniversary speech that we will not walk away and give in to bullies. The U.S. president's comment about bullies was a reference to Putin, who sent his military across the border into Ukraine more than 2 years ago. Now, we know U.S. and other countries have been aiding Ukraine with money, weapons, and other support. Mr. Biden used his speech Thursday to connect what happened during World War II to the Russian-Ukraine conflict. And the 81-year-old president praised the power of allies and said Russia's advance will not stop with Ukraine. And if the world walks away, Biden said, Ukraine's neighbors will be threatened and all of Europe will be threatened. He argued for holding strong against Putin, saying to surrender to bullies, to bow down to dictators is simply unthinkable, and that to give in means we would forget what happened here on the beaches of Normandy. Now, we still don't know why Jill led him away, but that's the big mystery here. This is by Alessandra Scotto di Santolo on Express UK. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.